after Belgium's display at the Euro 2000, where they hosted it and got knocked out in the first round, they changed the whole structure of youth football in their country. And part of it was once or twice every week within schools, there was a qualified UEFA coach giving out coaching sessions to the players. So you're not talking about any coach, me and you, or anyone from the neighborhood. They were actually qualified coaches by the football associations and giving out coaching to their schools once a week. So you've hit the nail on the head. The competition plus the coaching, the qualified coaching.
The thing is that you don't have to look too far, in the sense that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can look at different countries and what they have done, the models they have used. I completely understand that Pakistan is a totally different ball game, right? Because every country is unique in terms of the culture, in terms of the facilities, in terms of the infrastructure, etc., etc. But you can draw ideas from Germany, maybe from Belgium. I mean, all credit to India. They're doing tremendous work with football there. There was a match you and I were watching where Manchester United under 15 versus uh, some Indian.
Ambani,
Yeah.
yeah. So it was Tata superstars or something of that sort. And yeah,
And their under 14 team, I think, beat the Manchester United. And it's not about the result, but it's about
yeah, it was
the.
about the performance.
Yeah. Coming back to, I think this is an interesting segue into at youth level. Is performance more important to you? Are results more important to you?
I think from my experiences and from what I've learned throughout the game, uh, it's all about development at this stage. It's not about performance. Going back again to in Belgium, so Belgium had football leagues, but the technical director actually said until they reach 14, there would be no standings in terms of the games they played. So there was a league, but they said the standings won't be published anywhere on the internet, nowhere on the football scene. Because he was saying, okay, I want my players to develop, so the coach should be inclined to play the players. What happened after every 20 minutes, the whole team used to substitute. Because at that age, it's all about developing the player. It's not about competition at all. It's about the development. I don't feel result is really important. It's not important at all. It's about how that 12-year-old can further improve. Is he having enough game time? Is he having enough touches on the ball in his training sessions? Is he developing different qualities? And all
I think
that is much more important than the performance.
absolutely, and I think culturally there needs to be a shift, right? Because what happens after any football match, right? Even if a 6-year-old is playing, and that 6-year-old comes home, and what is the first thing the parents ask the child? Oh, did you win? Did you
Did
win?
he score?
Did you
Yeah.
score? What was the score?
Uh,
And if they win, oh hallelujah, you get nuggets tonight. But it's not about the nuggets, and it's not about the score. It's about, did you have fun, number one, and did you enjoy it? Did you learn anything? Did how many touches did you get on the ball? How many experiences did you have with the ball? That is the key thing.
yeah. Experience with the ball. When we were even growing up, we were 22 of us with one ball. So imagine playing for 90. So it was a struggle. Everyone would just run around the ball because they wanted or we wanted to have a feel of the ball.
Yeah, it's like what
When we went to,
sorry, it's like what
yeah,
Mourinho said, right? That if you are a pianist, do you ever see a pianist running around the piano? you know,
with the
no,
piano,
with the
it's with the
piano.
piano.
Uh, for our viewers that are watching, if anyone is watching, when we go to Liari or we go to Malir and we go to these grounds in Maripur and you know
Yeah.
Baldia,
Baldia
Baldia town,
town.
we have about hundreds of children, right, running around, and there are a few balls, maybe 3 balls, 4 balls if we're lucky. Will be
Yeah,
Karachi United balls, as we try to do our best to provide them with equipment. But I cannot imagine that Ronaldo, Messi, um, you know, Nicholas Bentner, for that matter, developed his football skills without a football at his feet, right? And
absolutely. Even we don't need to go that far. I would stop with Bentner, or
yeah, but
I would stop with you,
yeah,
Kareem Kerai. I mean, you've been in this stage. What one thing was you used to mention when I came back from school, the ball was at my feet. I was studying, the ball was underneath my feet.
all the
I
time,
was whipping through, scoring underneath my desk.
all the time. The desk was used. I think something's happened. Hello, can you hear me?
It's always about having a ball at your feet. And yeah, it's a pitiful situation that when we go to Liari, Malir, or wherever we go, you'd see 40 children running in the ground with one football, two football, and if it's a good day, there will be four or five footballs. It's very hard for them. That's why one thing that we were talking about culture in Pakistan, and you mentioned Pakistan is a different ball game. Culturally, that's why we produce less technical players and we have physically good players because it's all about the physical part of it. When you get the ball once, you yeah, you won't develop your technical qualities, you won't develop your technical abilities to be good enough to play. And that's why the emphasis on the physical part comes in. Because anyhow, you won't be asked much to do with the ball. It will be about how you can defend.
And I think
Or
it like you said, it stems from that, right? If you are a young child playing at a football ground with just 2 or 3 balls, you have to have such a physical, ability, such physical ability to be able to hunt that ball down and to maybe knock 3 or 4 people out of the way before you
yeah,
get that football.
yeah. And
Um,
I think from our experiences, our kids come from the same environment that that we're talking about. They are in Malay Baldia. But whenever we call any local team from Baldia town, Maripur, Liari, they play rough. They play really rough. They fight. They kick you. And the reason for that is obviously this is how they're brought up. Like you mentioned, when to have the ball, you need to knock out three or four players.
People,
You
yeah.
have to knock, yeah, you have to knock out. As opposed to when our kids play, I feel they're physically as tough as them, but they don't use that side of the game ever to win the ball back. It's always about, for them, it's about kick them, hit it long quickly,
Yeah, I mean,
dribble it
absolutely. I think
through.
I think that's we also have to be careful not to generalize. I completely
Yeah,
agree with you that like majority
yeah,
are like that. They are
yeah.
people with the right intentions. I think it's very
Intentions.
important to, yeah, it's very important for us to agree that I think the intentions of the coaches and of
Yeah.
the footballing society
See,
in Pakistan
I
is
would say
there.
nowhere, I would say nowhere in the world you'd find coaches at the age of 60, 70 dedicating their lives to it.
Yeah,
Dedicating their lives to it. We visited Liari, Kakri was it 2 months back when we were
yeah,
watching the
agree.
club game. We saw Nasir Arab, brother of Javed, a 60-year-old guy who's dedicated his life to football, teaching a 5-year-old little girl. Imagine that level of dedication. So yes, we need.
Honestly, Sheikh, it brings tears to my eyes sometimes when I see in the little gullies in Liari at
Yeah,
night. There's a little lamppost or a bulb. Forget a lamp. Forget the lamppost. There's just a bulb or a phone light, right? That's being used by a coach to freely coach little children.
yeah,
So the love
yeah.
for the game, the passion for the game is so high and so strong in these areas, right?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. So, and it's a testament. It's a testament to the parents, to these people. Because of them, football is still a little bit alive in these neighborhoods. You go to Liari, you feel you're in a You're in a football wonderland. You step into Kakri, you see thousands of fans. I mean, we watched that game where, let's be honest, it wasn't the best game, but the fans were there. It was a packed stadium at uh, the end of, just behind the goalpost, one team training. So you see, there is enough football. There is enough football played. The passion is unbelievable in Liari.
So Sheikh, what is your dream? What is your vision in the next 10 to 20 years for Pakistan football? And well, let's keep it specific to what you can control, which is Karachi United. And and yeah, what is your vision in the next ten to
I think
fifteen years?
we don't want. I don't want to go that far ahead, 10, 20 years, but starting from the next 2, 3 years, our collective aim as a club, and we firmly believe in this, is focusing focusing our time on developing coaches, actually giving them giving them the necessary knowledge, information, what we feel is the right method of to develop coaches. I feel that is very essential, that is very necessary, because even when you're talking about Liari, we say 40 players and one coach, 40 players to one coach is a very saddening ratio actually. So I think I see what I see myself and what Karachi United sees in the next 1 year, extensive coaching programs all over the city, and we're ready to do that. We're ready to go to these neighborhoods, Baldia Town, Liari, Malir, Maripur, and conduct training session workshops over there with the coaches. And then with those workshops over there, what we're trying to achieve is, like, just for example, 15 of those coaches coming in, we want to take out the 2 or 3 best coaches and provide for their transportation and call them over to Karachi United and do an elite program with them. So for the next year, the aim is to manufacture coaches, if it's the right word or whatever it is, but to just educate these coaches.
Absolutely. So we can wrap up by just mentioning that
I
thank
think
you everybody who's watched this video all the way till this point. Um, this is our new football show, Karachi United Football Show. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments. If you have any um, topics that you'd like us to talk about on the next show, please reach out. You can inbox us, DM us, put it in the comments. Feel free, and we'd love to answer or discuss any topic that you would like. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and
thank
take
you,
care.
thank you,
Thank
thank you for calling me over.
you.